Alrighty. We're gonna do one more Temtem stream before I take a break. It's not gonna be the last Temtem stream ever or anything. I was planning on streaming today. The whole goal was to take January off, get feedback from Mutant Grid. I've gotten feedback. I've got a plan now. And then starting tomorrow, I'm gonna go back to game dev streams. So we're gonna do one more stream of Temtem just for fun. And because I know y'all love the Temtem content. So yeah. I'm just gonna be using the same teams I used at the end of the last stream. Nothing special. Hey Covino, you are indeed first. How's it going? I haven't made it to your last couple streams. Still making good progress? Got that pre-roll? They're supposed to be turned off. No, hey Kip, good to see you too. Kip, do you have pre-roll too? Or is it just Covino that got hit by it? Y'all are gonna make me look at my flippin' Twitch settings. Do. I don't actually know where to find them. It's been a while. Is it under like monetization? Yeah, I've literally got I have them disabled. I have the 3-minute limit. Pre-rolls won't end until the anti-pre-rolls in the first couple of minutes start. Oh, really? I didn't actually know that. That's super annoying. That's really punishing to the notification squad. Anyways, how you doing, Covino? Yeah, making good progress on the game? Haven't made it to the last couple streams. I'll be back jumping into game dev tomorrow. And it'll be the beginning of my great refactoring. Literally, gonna build the whole game over from scratch. Whole thing. Gonna take the time, fix all the code, remake a large majority of the UI assets because I'm gonna be rotating the screen and all. It's gonna be lots of changes. Usually play yours within the first minute or so. Super progress. Only like 1.5 bugs to release. That's awesome. That's super cool. I think I've seen Temtem before. It looks like Pokemon 2v2. Yeah, it's very similar to that. It's like a very competitive Pokemon game, essentially. So, there's like a couple things it does different than Pokemon. Like, first of all, there's this pick and ban system. So you can actually choose Tems you don't want to face, which makes it a lot more interesting in its own right. There's also synergies. So if you have like if you know the Pokemon move Scald, I know that's a common one. Imagine if instead of being a 30% burn chance, if you are next to a fire type Pokemon, you instead have a synergy where the fire type makes it so your Scald will always inflict burn. That's the kind of thing that Temtem has here. There's these synergy mechanics. Amphitheater seems really good into this team. It's not great into the 2-Vine, but that's about the only one. I want to pick it to try and threaten out the Lawali. Recent news and stuff is really scary. How it's going to affect Brazil in the future. I'm not even sure, like... I'm not sure what news in specific you're talking about. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I think people always overreact to news, honestly. Everyone always says, like, oh, it's going to be the end of the world, and then, like, we're still living. I try and stay away from news and discussing it for the most part, just because it's such a controversial topic. No matter what, you're always going to offend somebody, no matter what you talk about. Interesting. This is a situation where I pick my own lolly. If he bans Goldsy, I have to swap out Amphitheater to save it, because it's my only electric to deal with the winds and mental in the back. Yeah, the biggest thing I've seen on the news lately is the crash between the plane and the helicopter. That was so sad to see. I'm still very curious how that happened. If it was just an issue with like the air traffic controller. Platymus ban. Ooh, why? You have multiple wins. I'm not quite sure I see that one. I think I'm actually going to ban the Moala here, because I don't want to get outsped with a transient. Although I guess I could have kept it, because Mudred can kind of deal with it, but oh well. We're going to go with Goldsy for sure. And now it's kind of tempting to stay in on the Amphitheater turn 1. Parak. I'm gonna go Size Munch purely to eat the sleeps from the Parak. And I'm gonna go Mudred just because my grandpa's not bird season, so I can't do anything to the winds. I can at least hit them with Mudred. I mean, the opposing Lawali isn't doing anything on this board. Oh, it's got marbles. Really? That's super annoying, actually. Two Vines got bait. Full Crane is not an issue. Basically, this Lawali is the biggest problem. So even though I really want to kill the Two Vine right now, I'm actually going to leave it alive. I don't think I can't kill it with a double in anyways, so I'm just going to try and get the chip damage and speed drop on the Lawali, because I think that's more valuable than anything here. Not because of the speed, but because it's just neutral damage on the Lawali. Looks like a Lawali swap. Ooh, that is such a good thing for me. I'm very surprised by that play. I think that's kind of just throwing the game, if I'm being honest. I know I'm doing very little damage to both of these Tems, but it doesn't matter, is the thing. My Lawali also has bait, so it can't be put to sleep. Use Resin Trap and hope I'm slower. He must have been expecting me to swap the Amphitheater. But the thing is, no matter what, it would have been a really safe play for him to pick a slot and just Plague and CPG it. Maybe he was expecting me to have a bulkier Amphitheater. I mean, mine should be able to live a CPG. Oh, he used Turbo. Oh, Willpower Drain. Does that proc bait? It does. That's not too bad then. I shouldn't overexert here. And now he can't swap, so he's bound to die. Well, I guess not really, because... Alright, we got the Settling proc. Now we swap into Size Munch and get the Speed Raise from the incoming Hypno. And we just rest on the Lawali, because it's a very safe Tem to have here. I guess I should ping the Discord too that I'm streaming. Alright, thanks for the speed up. Alright. So, what's he gonna swap into here? I mean, I'm pretty much just gonna heli kick, I think, and then I'm sure one of them is bound to willpower drain my Lawali. Probably the Mimit. No, Mimit swaps. Good. Chip damage on the Lawali is very nice. Hey, Red Moon, good to see you. Noobing it up. Monkey, yeah, so it's just kind of like fits in with the core. I have a Lawali Amphitheater Golzy core, and so Seismuch fits really well in there. Seismuch isn't like super important here. I'm actually just gonna heli kick again. I'll use this opportunity to swap in Golzy as well and get Oshidashi off hold. Excited and anxious, really? What's going on? Doing all right? I'm doing well. I'm excited to get back into game dev tomorrow. I had a relatively easy day today, but the rest of the week has been very long and it's been a lot. So I'm glad it's Friday. I'm very glad it's Friday. Oh great, double Lawali. No! That is not what I wanted to happen. I didn't catch how much damage I took there. Just know if I could live another. I don't think I can, but it's really close. I can live one from the Mimit, for sure. Oh, I forgot I was +3 speed now. So I didn't need to Oshi the Lawali. Oh well. Knock it out of there. Don't take any risks. Never know if an uppercut's actually going to kill the thing. You don't run Dimmok? I don't. I'm not against Dimmok at all. It's definitely like a decent option. I think it's just kind of... In my opinion, like on this team, I think heli kick is better. And uppercut to deal with the Wolfie. So the Mimit is +6 speed, so I'm guaranteed to get outsped. Everybody and their grandma's using size. Is it that common? I didn't think I'd seen it that much. It's not uncommon. I didn't think it was like the most popular thing in the game. I think Golzy's pretty much done its job. I'll get an uppercut on the 2-Vine just to throw some damage on it. Picking up your puppy tomorrow, all paid for and form signed. That's awesome. Congrats. What kind of breed is it? Always liked it over heli kick. Needed to deal with finishing counters. Good arguments for both moves. Yeah, it's. I have no issue with either move. I might be able to live a plague. I know that sounds crazy, but I might be able to. I'm pretty sure it's a 0 attack Mimit. Oh, I guess a resin trap I'll die. Pembroke Welsh Corgi. Oh, that's awesome. Costs an arm and a leg, but very excited. Is it like a... Oh, you said it. Yeah, you said it's a puppy, so it's... See, I knew I could. He had to resin there. Resin would have killed, and he was already faster. He's +6, so There was like no reason not to. Lumar, I feel like you recognize the name. He's been around a while. Pops into my streams sometimes. He's under a different name though. He hasn't tuned in a while. But it's good to see him still playing. This game's pretty much over. Baharak probably puts Amphitheater to sleep. But then I kill it with Lawali. Solo dev? Language you're doing? Yeah, I'm a solo dev. I'm doing it purely as a hobby. That's all. And I am doing it in Godot. And Godot has their own custom language of like GD scripts. I'm an accountant for my day job, so I had no prior coding experience before working on the game. But you know, I spent like I started last February. Working on Mutant Grid. And I worked on it throughout the entire year. I took January off this year, and I'll get back into it starting tomorrow. So, good engine and symbol, yeah. And I mean, yeah, I feel like I'm still not using it to like its full capabilities, but it's so simple. I am still able to accomplish everything I want to with just a whole bunch of if else. This Volcanian's got a lot of work to do. Better than Unreal for learning. Yeah, I did a lot of research on the different engines before I picked one to start out with. There's a lot more tutorials for Unreal, which is something I feel like I kind of miss. But at the same time, just the thought of like I know it's crazy to even consider like making a hit game, but the last thing anyone wants is to have like royalties or whatever Unreal takes just because you use their engine. But I mean, everyone who tried my game so far really enjoyed it. It's just like, and all the issues they have are the exact same. So I'm hoping once I fix those issues that even if it's not like a huge hit, I could still make. The goal is just to break even for me. GG's there, Lumari. No more tutorials. You can't really use Unreal to fullest effect unless you really know what you're doing. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, no, it's like I've interacted with a lot of other devs nowadays, but as anytime somebody's using a different engine, I just have no clue what's going on. So I feel like people always say, "Oh, once you learn one coding language, it's really easy to transfer your skills elsewhere," and I'm not really sure if that's the case. I could probably pick up another engine if I really wanted to, but Godot's been so nice, I don't think I ever would. Hey, Lucas. Yeah, GG's there. I love seeing the Baharak. It's a little gimmicky. Has it been working out for you? Double electric, I'm sure, is really rough for it. But it's always fun to see. A lot of ease moving from Unity to Godot. Gotcha. I wonder if the same... If it would just be just as good moving from Godot to Unity. Not that, like I said, not that I'm going to. But at the same time, like, If I make a second game, there's a big chance it would be in 3D. And that's thinking like way down the line. But in that case, I would probably not use Godot. Just because learning the 3D side of Godot would already be like an entirely different monster. So then it would kind of be between Unreal and Unity. Is ambitious. That's why it's just kind of like a barely even a thought. But potentially. Pretty good, just some rough matchups. Yeah. I guess Toxic are still reigning supreme, and wins are less popular with things like Tolkien and Turok getting hit so hard. So I can definitely see where it can be a good combo to have. There you go. I think the biggest problem with 3D though is just the models. And seeing how much my pixel art costs, I don't know if it would be all that much different. This is a really goofy looking team. You have like half stall with like Magmut, Baboa, Shween, and Kaurin. And then like a Munko, Nagais, Mashuk, Grandpa for like some speedy aggro. I feel like it's definitely going to be a Platamus ban from them. I want to pick Lawali first. And I'm probably going to want to pick... Seismuch with it. Well... I hate banning Magmut because I keep wanting to prove Sazak's wrong that it's not the strongest in the game. But considering my core is literally like a nature melee core, it does cause me issues. But that's more of a team thing. And because I know he's banning Platamus anyways, that I have to ban it. But like Seismuch can do well against it. I can't freely pick Seismuch when there's a Nagais and a Baboa over there. And even a Munko. So it's just hard for me to create the space I need. Tolkien nerfed 2 years too late. Yeah. Stopping from working on your game because of having to make the models and rig them. Yeah, I would commission them still if I were to continue, or if I were to go that route. But like I said, I'm not really considering that. I'm more trying to think if it's at all possible to get into this year's Monster Tamer Direct. That's a lead. What? Because you basically have to have it your trailer submitted by August. So I think it would be possible to have the coding done by then, just because I have a lot of it done already that I would need, just from what I've worked on this year. I think Nagais is actually the biggest issue for me now, even though I've got Amphitheater. I just... Actually, no, it's going to be Mashuk. Yeah. Because I forgot that he already banned, so I get to bring Amphitheater regardless. Because I've already got, like... I can reuse a lot of the code. It's just fixing a lot of the things like the team builder and the boss monsters. So it's going to be... Can I get the UI ready for a trailer? And it doesn't have to be a playable version. It just needs to be a trailer. But I want it to be good enough for an initial release trailer, so that's also kind of like, we'll see. Very curious to see what happens with this team. I don't know what the guys got cooking with this Shween Baboa. If it's not a Camo Shween, he should die turn 1 to my combo here. Is my Lawali faster than my Grandpa? If it's not, I should spec it to be. Yeah, it works here. but I shouldn't have it be that that way. Everything's level 100. There is an Umbra, so it's not like a new player. Looks like he opted for a slower, bulkier Shween. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the survivability to outspeed me, or to survive me, and then even with synergy, he was too slow. So it's a very slow and tanky Babawa. Alright, now we do the same thing. He's got absolutely nothing that wants to eat this, and it's going to take him like 3 turns of Water Cutting Lily to kill me. Ooh, Sludge Gift. Okay, okay. Yeah, as soon as I saw the Sludge Gift, I kind of saw that coming. Maybe a Luma Hunter just trying to get a daily PvP win or something. That's my best guess at this case. You're making sure Luma Hunters don't play PvP. I'm sorry, it's not intentional, okay? I would advise Luma Hunters to participate in the dojo... What is it? The dojo... whatever things. The dojo park matches to learn how to battle against more competitive teams. It's not Decidora. Still gonna OX regardless. This shouldn't kill. Yeah, even like a 0 HP Nagase doesn't kill. Just because of how especially defensive Nagase is. It's also worth mentioning this Babawa has like 101 stamina invest, at least. Because Water Cutting Lily is like 34 stam, and that takes like 20% of its stam bar. Unfortunately, I don't have the damage to kill this thing in one hit. So we're going to play and see what he's got for a water move. Because I'm curious. So it's going to be Aqua Stone. Withdrawal. Oh, right, it was aquatic. I forgot about that. You think they're even TV trained? No, they're definitely. They're absolutely TV trained. The Babawa has, like I said, he's got a bunch of TVs on the thing. They're just not the right ones. GG. You don't need that much stamina on a Babawa. Only reason he was able to utilize it there is because I just ignored the thing and ruined him his right slot the whole time. Also, based on how much damage the Aquatic Whirlwind did, I think he was actually splitting between both physical attack and special attack. I don't think it was 500 stam. I think it was probably like 250 stam and then like 400 in each attack. I think that's what it was. Because the Aquatic Whirlwind did, I think, almost more than his Water Cutting Lily. Maybe it was like 500 in special attack and then the rest in attack. Something weird like that. Either way, that was not like not an average team. 55%. I don't think it was that much. I think it was like 30-40%. But I mean, Babawa naturally has higher physical attack, and that did like 20-30%. And I'm pretty sure it's also got 5 extra BP than Aquatic Whirlwind now. I don't know. We'll just jump into the next one and forget that one happened. The team itself didn't look awful. I mean, it was kind of a weird split between offense and stall. So I think it would be better to pick one archetype. Like this one is stall, plus whatever Ventil is doing. This sucks. I have to ban either... I have to ban what? Kaurin, Praniant, or Saku. I think it's gonna be Kaurin. Kaurin's the only one that can immediately threaten Golzy, and then I can get a turn 1 show-off on Golzy. PTSD from Million Genesect? Yeah. I get that. I don't know if this is going to be Seismic or Tireless. Seismic's a pain just because it's true damage and a whole bunch that I can't, like, that I have no counterplay to. I actually want Aohi as well, just because it's so punishing for slow teams. Genesect robbed you of a plus OP turn win. Man, that must have been before I started playing. That's funny. What is this lead? I'm not quite sure I see the vision here. Alright, well just because I have like 4 Tems that can't hit Saku at all, I'm gonna ban it. And he banned my Amphitheater, which was my best answer to Saku earlier. Because if I'm a little surprised he didn't pick the Piranhans. It's not like I can one-shot it with Golzy. And there's the Pioneer of Wasp being the bane of your existence in Sapanku. Yeah, I mean, he still is like the only one who uses it. I'm impressed that this player's trying it out, and I'm very curious to see how it works for him. Mudred's not providing a lot of value in these last couple games, though. I mean, I guess I could bring it over Grandpa. It's only weak against Piranhans. They can still smack these two, even if it dies to like Gorong. If I get Gorong low enough, yeah, we'll pick it. We'll see what it can do. I can even potentially get a sleep because I got Aohi with it this time. I have a feeling it's just going to be a Seismic Gorong. I'm hoping for Intimidate or Tyrannac right now. Well, it's Nutbar. Alright, we always go for show off here because we're not in danger, and then we Fiery Soul the Tyrannac because Gorong's not doing anything useful. It's also just going to heal from Nutbar. Be an interesting battle. I'm not sure. I think this will actually be a really underwhelming and relatively easy win. I'm not familiar with this player, and based on their pick ban, it makes me kind of wonder how familiar they are with the stall playstyle. But I hope I eat my words, and they help play me, because that would be fun. One of Arbory monthlies. Okay. 20% to the Tyrannac. Is this a fake stall team? Because that damage seems really low. Or really high. Yeah, that was, and I think that has attack invest. Grunder I'm not worried about. Tyrannac's a little bit more of an issue. Grunder has bait, so I can't put it to sleep. We're just gonna Psywave, just because it's just about the same damage as Fiery Soul, except I don't actually lose much of anything for it. Lose a lot of stamina, I mean. I'm not sure. Like, theoretically, if Oshidashi kills Tyrannac here, I don't know if I heal with Voltaic Charge or not, because Tyrannac would be dead and off the field. Oh, it doesn't kill anyways. Okay. Power bank, yeah. That's not a. This is not a stall team. It's just like one of them fake stall teams. Nothing has cage here, so don't have to worry about that. I could have even potentially stayed in and just got Ignis, but like, there's no need to risk it. He might kill Golzy here. Like, if this was a stall team, he would click Shelter this turn. Alright, I live. He doesn't have Rush Up on Gorong yet. I love seeing Tyrannac knocked out. Indeed, indeed. This is fine. Unless he's got speed on that, like, unless he's got significant speed on that Garunder, he will not outspeed my Golzy. Does have energy reserves, but now he's in range to die to Plague. Water Jet, proccing my Reactive Vial to help me survive against the Piranhans. Oh, no, he's swapping. Or he's okay. That was an option too, I guess. I've got bait, so I won't take a Wastewater Tick. So I'm not really afraid of the Garunder right now. As soon as Gorong or Ventil hits the field, I'll have Phantom Whiplash up on Aohi. I want to take down the Gorong, so the fact that he's sacking health on it right here is really nice. Weird seeing Piranha take so much chip. I mean, I was a plus one Golzy, so I'm not, like, it's not that surprising. Nut bar, yeah. Let me just wreck here. Even if he swaps Piranha back in, it's War Drum, not First Aid Kit. Thing was tanky. It was many moons ago. Oh, I mean, it only took like 40% from a +2 hasty, so Because I did a little bit of chip with the size much wreck. I think I did like 15% with that. And then the burn did another 6%. So it was like, I guess I did like 50% with a +2 hasty. So yeah, it just didn't do that much damage. He used rush now and on the size munch. Unbuffed wreck. That's fair. Okay. Let's do Hurricane for the spread damage because I need damage on both. Size munch, you've done your job. Congratulations. I guess technically I could run into an issue with like a Piranha in the end game and not being able to take it out. Time split on the Lawali. Well played. That's actually like the worst case scenario for me. Because now he gets to rush on Gorong and he gets to kill my Lawali for pretty much free. Oh, you know, honestly, I didn't see that the Ventil actually was spiritual. I should have paid more attention. I thought it was Arcane Wrap this whole time. So it's probably not real tanky. I think if my dust doesn't kill here, I lose. Mudra beats Piranha? It depends on where its bulk lies. No, that was close. Not sure what this play is. He needed to bring in Piranha here. Yeah, I mean, getting hit with like the fake stall team really threw me off. And that explains why the Ventil was there, I guess. I thought like in our Strangle, Shelter, Arcane Wrap, Ventil would have made enough sense. So that's why I wasn't like super thrown. That's why I wasn't questioning it being on the team in the first place. Alright, now we got Deluge. We can chip down the Piranha to ensure that it dies. Not isolated, so I'm not trolling. Funny enough, we'll also get to see like a world where Mudrid would have had to 1v1 Piranha. If the Deluge kills here, then it would have succeeded. Had I had enough stamina to end out the game. It would not have, so I would have lost that. GG. Yeah, I mean, that team can definitely throw people off in pick ban. I'm not yeah, I don't know. I feel like a real stall team would perform really well. Stall's like stronger than it's been in a while this patch. A lot of people are running Volerand and Volfi just because they're so strong against every team that's not stall, and those two Tems have so little damage against everything that they're able to, that they can't really touch stall teams. And also Tems like Kaurin and even Volerand can be used on a stall team. Lurking, gotta help a buddy in endgame stuff. You can't be typing. Sounds good. Appreciate you stopping in and lurking. Good luck with your endgame grind. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna stream tonight. I think I'll try and get like 10 games like usual. Well, why is the timer already down? I mean, Madrid performed okay that game. I mean, so far I haven't actually picked Platimus today. Platimus just keeps getting banned. I don't even like the Tem. Great. One of these. I think I have to ban the Nature Quish. So normally I would ban Mastion. If I Golzy Amphitheater can actually kill Mastion turn 1. So I'm gonna pick Amphitheater. Yeah, he has to ban Platimus because I have double synergy for Rotten Goo. Oh, hey Workman, good to see you. Yeah, these teams are quite silly. I'm not a fan of them, and I wish we would get a patch to knock them out. It'd be great to smack them, but it is what it is. Like, I'm glad that Mastion can be part of the team, and it's cool to see Water Chromion as well, because this is one of the lesser used Chromions. But it's really just the Nature Quish that's a problem. Okay. Yeah. So I've always doubled the Mastion here. Unless this is not your conventional Water Cutting Lily spam, I should be able to double in and kill it faster than he can. And then Water Chrome, and then usually they forfeit turn 2. But we'll see what happens. Lawali ban, that's kind of interesting. It actually makes me want to ban the Babula, because just in case something goes wrong, I still have options. I like multiple Earths to deal with Volgun and Hazrat. We'll bring Mudred for sure, just because Crystal Dust is a great finisher, just in case. Like, Plague Crystal Dust probably kills Chromion, just in case. I think this is just going to be an everything but Aohi game. I don't think Aohi fits here. Yeah, hey, Koonders, good to see you. Yeah, you're up pretty late, aren't you? How's it going? Yeah, I mean, this will be the last Temtem stream for a while. I'm going back to game dev after this. 4 AM, oh my goodness. Yeah, hey, Jackson. GG's on our match yesterday, by the way. Really didn't pick the Volerand at all. I think this is going to be like in the turn 1 FF angle. Unless he specifically calcs his Mastion to live this, which I think is pretty insane if he does. Because he would have to be using like my calcs. Usually they swap the Chromion. Let me make sure I'm clicking the right moves. Plague on Mastion. Hasty Lunge on Mastion. It should go down. It was close, but goes down. GG. Kicked your butt using new team. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, GG's. It was. I know it was a rough game for you. This is what I mean when the Mudred's gonna come in handy. Because Golzy's is good. Oh, he swaps. Interesting. Into Volgon. Okay, that's a good play. That's a good play. I almost Oshi-dashed the slot. I was very close. I lived. So the dude doesn't have a... Oh, I guess I would live. It's not even like a Hazrat issue. I thought it was for a second, but no, it's definitely not. I should have swapped the size much this turn in the Golzy slot. Like, Golzy's not doing anything, and would have been good to get a hold off. I guess the goal is just to take out the Amphitheater and then have Chromion sweep in the end game. That makes sense. I probably should have been a bit more cautious of that. Try and keep Amphitheater around instead of just throwing it here. I kind of just assumed I had the game won after the first turn, so that was my bad. So if the Volgon has a good set, it'll have Sharp Rain. It didn't do too much damage. I don't know what trade Hazrat this is, but I'm assuming it's Toxic Farewell. It's not. That's huge, actually, getting to avoid that damage. Free damage on the Chromion here, too. Still have... Oh, he steals my Mimit? Or my Size Munch? Why? Game's already over, bud. I guess I forgot about Water Blade. He actually could have killed me there. I was thinking, oh, I can live a synergy harmful. Oh, maybe I do lose here. That's funny. I'm actually, I'm like so, I'm pretending I'm so far ahead when really I'm just throwing every turn. Because now he gets to attack me with the Volgun. If he's not running DC Beam, and if I kill him with Hypoxia, I think I could win. I think I can live a T-Strike. I do live, so it's up to it. Does this kill and does he have DC Beam? Does not kill. Oh man, I totally threw. That's hilarious. That one was an easy win. I needed to actually swap my units instead of just leaving them in to die constantly. Like turn 2 or turn 3, I said, when I should have swapped in the. When I should have swapped in the Size Munch to get holds off and kept the Golzy alive, that would have been really important. And that game was the one where you want to run Dim Mock on Size Munch. That would have also won me the game. So yeah, I threw that one. I deserve that loss so bad. This is why you don't BM in Temtem. But it also kind of sucks to face a team that's faster than you. See, what did he swap in turn 2? He swapped in the Hazrat, yeah. Instead of leaving Amphitheater in, I should have also brought in Mudrid. That would have helped a lot. As soon as he had the Volgun Hazrat board, I should have brought in both my Earths. And then I could have swapped Mudrid immediately out for Golzy and used Wreck. And no matter what he would have brought in, it still would have been bad for him. Because he only had 1 resist remaining. Giving him this, and then the fact he took Size Munch, which happened to be faster than my team, and then he still had synergy with Volgun, was very interesting as well. Okay, we see a Nature Chromion team. I'm gonna guess this is a Frightening Tyrannac, just because it looks like the Nature Chromion is literally the entire team here. I have double Earth, so I'm not too afraid of the Scaravolt immediately. Just because this entire... Well, hold on. So what prevents me from leading Mudrid and Auhi? I think it's just Auhi. Yep, I forgot about ads. So we got ads coming. Sorry, guys. Fiery Soul Crystal Dust should have kill potential on this thing. So then the only thing that wants to eat a Fiery Soul Crystal Dust, I guess either Hedgen or Tyrannac could do it. Probably Sharp Leap. I said Sharp 3 times. Sharp Leaf. Slingshot. Maybe the Temtem break is needed. It kind of sucks being orange side here, because if he bans Size Munch, then that puts a lot of emphasis on Mudrid surviving, so I can take out Scaravolt. Because I don't want to leave too much weight on Mudrid's back, so I'm gonna just take out the Scaravolt. just to avoid that scenario. Sharp Leap would go hard here. It would indeed. Both electrics are good here. Lawali's good here. I think this is just a no size munch game. Yeah, I mean, this team it still feels unoptimized. Platimus is just eating bans left and right. I still think it still just fits into the core pretty well. I like the typing of size munch on this team, but neither Osakai or size munch really feel like they quite fit. Maybe if I went like a normal Sensei Osakai and I take Gust off Lawali, so I have double turbo options for it to boost its speed, that would be better. Yeah, we still want Amphitheater. I guess Nidrasil could become an issue now. Man, I need to stop, slow down, and think. There's no rush. There's no rush. Throwing for content. It's not frightening, Tyrannac? I don't know, it's a 50-50 here. I know I can actually live. I think I'm going to cover with a Soil Steam. I think this is fine. Swaps Tyrannac. Oh, so he does get Sinner Typer. That was the plan. I was like, he can't get Sinner Typer here, so he's not going to be able to kill me. I didn't consider the Tyrannac swap as an option. No! It lived on 1 health. That would have been perfect if I survived. Actually, I think I always Sandstorm here. He has to swap Chromion, probably go into... Oh, he's got Hologram. Yeah, sorry, bud. Mudrid has a faster speed than Hedgen. That's have begun. Yeah, I didn't have any delays. Sorry. He must have gone for a digital move then if he didn't have Prio. Kill Auhi. Because the fire move went to kill... I think his play there was to swap in Tyrannac and use Hellfire. I think that was definitely the play. Proxy kit Gazuma. Interesting, interesting. I'm going to save Auhi because it is useful for dealing with the Nidrasil. I know I'm not sleeping with Deluge here. That's fine. Really wasn't needed. Gonna swap out Mudrid for probably Lawali next turn. Yikes. Sharp Leap doing lots of damage. Even at -1 speed, I should still outspeed the Gazuma. Nice, take it out. That was like a very low... It was not a tanky Gazuma at all. I knew a fire move was coming. I was expecting Meteor Swarm, honestly, but it looks like he's got 2 turn 1 fires and probably Outgrowth and Meteorite. I swapped in Lawali just to deal with Nidrasil here, get the hold off of Hurricane. Literally the only reason why. That does 0 damage. I think this guy invested in defense on his Nidrasil. I think it's a max HP plus like 200 defense, like physical defense TVs. Based on how much Hurricane just did, I'm pretty sure Fiery Soul will finish off the Nid. Ads are over. Thank you, thank you. This game wasn't too tough. Turn 2 was a hologram play on the Chromion. I broke it with Fiery Soul and then used Sandstorm on Mudrid and killed Hedgen and Chromion, and at that point the game was over. GG. Yeah, I mean, besides the win I completely threw, it's not too bad of a start. We're into the last 100 of this radar. Let's see if we can get a Garunder. Make Bossy happy and make it so I never have to do another Garunder radar. I don't think we'll finish all 100 encounters today. The queues haven't been that bad. Yeah, not bad at all. I'm really surprised at how long the quick queues have lasted. I would have thought we'd kind of run out by now. Tube sock, alright. Also, I just realized my grandpa should be Luma. I just must have forgot to turn the Luma on. Alright, we see another Auhi grandpa. Mudrid, love to see it. Golzy ban. Trying to think. This might be a max speed Koish to do turn 1 Faraday into Venom Spread, and part of me wonders if this is actually a Bully Grandpa as well. Just because of that. We do see the Koish here, which kind of reinforces that thought. I always pick Lawali here. Lawali's too good against too much of this team. Lawali can't get Venom Spread to turn 1 either because it has bait. So the biggest problem is Auhi now. But I don't want to bring something that's weak to this guy. I think I have to bring Size Munch. Yeah, this is tough. Stupid Digichromion, avoiding the type chart. Whoa, really? Huh. That is not what I would have guessed. The Acronox is much weaker when it's not used on lead next to its specific partner. I'm a little scared of the Mudrid just because it can outspeed most of my team, and if it's faster than me, that could pose a big issue. I think I'm gonna ban the Auhi. Just because its special defense is naturally high. And I feel like it could cause me issues. Turn 1, I'm going to Plague, and I'm actually going to stay in on Size Munch, and I'm going to Heli Kick. Because Plague doesn't one-shot Oshiara, but the Heli Kick should finish it off unless it's really bulky. And then it'll also get decent chip on the Koish. Then it's just kind of a question of... Yeah, Grandpa's going to be an issue now too, banning both electrics out. Oh, Gazuma as well, dang. Definitely want to pick both of these two. It's going to be really good. And then I think it's going to be Grandpa in the last slot. So the biggest problem now is going to be Gazuma. And also, do I survive the tsunami into Faraday Cage on the Size Munch? Size looking at this board. 19 Valash radars gave up 2 years ago. That, yeah, I mean, it's the new radar odds are super nice. I will say that. Drill Koish, really? That's nasty. Maybe he'll double in on the Wally. And then Size doesn't lose too much health. I think like having Size on this board is good because that tempts Oshiara to stay in. Oshiara would definitely swap if Size Munch wasn't here. But now there's a chance that it stays, and nothing wants to swap into a Heli Kick Plague. Gazuma could eat it fairly easily, but it doesn't want to. And I think I would just get a free Wreck Off next turn, because Reactivile should help me survive 2 hits from the Koish and whatever Gazuma uses. Unless it's like a high special attack into Vest Gazuma. Ah, shoot, it's swapped to Grandpa, though. I don't know if I can complain about that. Activile been consistent. It's some odd bugs. It depends on which Tem uses it. It's been very consistent for me on Size Munch. And what does this do? Quite a bit. I get +1 speed now. Alright, let's see. I did, so it was a 64 health. Yo, B, it's great to see you. Thank you so much for the raid. Are you still running through Dark Souls? Dark Souls 3, I believe? Or did you switch to something else now? How's it going? Beat the final boss. Got 2 DLC left to do. Nice, nice. Is it your first time playing through it, or have you played before? Yeah, I figured it was gonna be double prio into Size Munch. I should be able to live the Tornado, but I won't live the Cyberclaw. And this is a very high speed team. He's got loads of speed invest on all of his Tems. That's why I went for the resin trap here. I knew I wouldn't outspeed with Plague, and I needed to kill it. And based on how much damage I did with Plague, I knew Plague wouldn't kill. So now basically we traded Grandpa. And I don't think we're in that bad of a spot. Played before, only one DLC is entirely new to you. Well, hey, any new content is awesome. How was the rest of your stream? Just like... do like a longer stream, shorter stream? No, we brought in Gazuma. No! Shoot. Pulling Pokemon packs every death. Oh my goodness, how many packs do you have? Are you good enough that you don't die too often? Is that like a subtle flex? Can't tell if he's going to go for the Grandpa or the Lawali. The Lawali is the bigger issue for him. Because Lawali is what's going to help me beat Oshiara in the end. I think I'm going to swap going to Mudrid. Predicting a T-Prison onto the Lawali. You died often? Oh, some more packs? Oh no. More sets are coming soon. Really? I thought the last set was already a pretty big hit. No, he predicted wrong. He predicted the swap on the Grandpa. Alright, I'm gonna go for Sandstorm here. I don't need to go for Turbo. I guess he wanted to take out Grandpa so that Acronox wouldn't have a whole lot of issues. We'll just throw a Tornado at the Koish anyways, just in case of swap. Re-release of 101 is coming called Blooming Waters. Mini Tins of Prismatic are both coming next week. March is getting next major set. Oh, gotcha. That's still pretty cool. I've actually been recently watching a lot of Pokemon card pack content. I mean, like Deep Pocket Monster and Coop's collection are just awesome. Have you been pulling some good stuff lately? Staying in, dang. Watch both of them too. Yeah, they seem super popular. I'm glad they're getting the attention they deserve. I hope this is a T-Prison to kill Grandpa, but I'm a little worried it's not going to be. I should have kept Tornado. Well, I guess it doesn't super matter. I don't know if this kills, but I hope it does. No, that's so bad. Worst case scenario. Yeah, Oshiara gets to do whatever it wants here now. Oh, and building blocks on the Gazuma. Pain. Oh, nothing extremely big. Breaking even so far and everything. Got a deck to play and a fairly good promo card today. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, even just breaking even is good with them sort of things. Alright, I think I'm in really good shape here now. So we go Plague and Crystal Dust onto the Oshiara. That should kill either Gazuma or Oshiara. Kind of hope he leaves the Oshiara in to die. Mudred dies this turn no matter what to Soil Steam from Acronox, so that is unfortunate. I don't think I've swapped in Auhi yet to get Hypno off hold, so I won't be able to avoid taking damage on it with a Hypno onto Acronox. So Auhi could die in one turn as well, which would be bad. Yeah, no, this isn't that great. I actually think I want Gazuma to come in here. But then I'd need to kill Oshiara. I don't know how fast the Acronox is either. Okay. But yeah, thanks again for the raid. I'm not sure if you're going to stick around to watch Temtem content. I know you've kind of grown a bit sour with the game, and that's totally fine. So if you got to head out, feel free. I know streaming takes a lot out of you, and getting some rest is always a good way to end the day. All right. Max speed Acronox is quite literally max speed on the Acronox. And I don't live... Alright, if... Oh, he's got Sharp Rain too. Oh my goodness. Power Bank, Sharp Rain. So no Blizzard, no coverage option. That is... Man, nobody's running bulky teams to punish these max speed teams. It's really sad. I thought it was going to be a slower, bulkier Acronox because of the Koish, which I was assuming was max speed to combo with it. It appears I guessed wrong. So that explains why he was being so protective of it. I think what I had to do was predict the Gazuma swap, double in on the Acronox with Gust, Soil Steam, and hope it killed. I think that was my only way to win that one. But I just didn't have the info. Max speed Acronox is 180 speed. My Auhi is 270, or sorry, it's 280 speed. My Auhi is 274. And he outsped my Fiery Soul with Sting. I was not Tesla prisoned, so it was definitely a max speed. You know, I feel like Brocklum just ruins that team, first of all. Was there even a fire on it? I don't think I saw one. Oh, there wasn't. I think there was the Auhi. Had I known it was max speed, I would have played my my pick band totally different as well. Because the entire time I was playing around getting one shot by the Acronox because he had the Digicoish and the Hazrat, both of which are Tems that can outspeed and combo with Acronox with a Wastewater, or like Hazrat can use Wastewater, Koish can use Faraday Cage, and then Venom Spread. Turn 1. And if you don't outspeed, then you're pretty much dead. So that's all I was completely afraid of, because my Grandpa and my Lawali are both 232. They would get outsped and killed by that. So I banned the Hazrat, thinking that it was a bigger threat for that specific combo. And also because he picked Koish first. So that also made me think that. So I guess he was just using the lack of knowledge against me. Which was smart on his part. That's why in tournament play, it was always a best of 3. Because then you can't kind of... Your opponent can learn stuff in the games. Because I should have let Amphitheer that game. Because Amphitheer outsped everything on his team. I'm pretty sure he banned Golzy first, too. And it had type advantage against the majority of his Tems. I was just afraid of getting one-shot turn 1. But because that physically was not possible, especially with the Hazrat ban, I wouldn't have been afraid. Even if it was like Auhi, or it couldn't have been Auhi Acronox, because it was Koish. Maybe Koish Auhi kills? I'm trying to think. I don't know. A team like that's tough. Like the downside of these aggro teams, especially the one I'm running right now, is just if you get outsped, you're playing from behind. I have prio options, and I've got Amphitheer to kind of like punish faster teams. But even then, it's just tough. Especially when it's an aggro team that uses Tems with minimal weaknesses. Things like Gazuma, Grandpa only have 1 weakness each. Hazrat's only got 2. Koish doesn't have any weaknesses. Oshiara's got 3, I suppose. Acronox only has 2 though. So it's just like, it's very hard to punish a team like that. Hey, Wind. Good to see you. Look forward to next release. It's a ways away. I'm trying to plan out to see if it's possible to see if I could make it into the Monster Tamer Direct this year. That would be the ultimate goal. I'd have to have a trailer prepared by the end of August, and so that's a really tough deadline. We'll see how much progress I make coding-wise in the first month or 2, because if I practically get caught back up and start implementing the new stuff, I might actually have to hire on or start commissioning a second pixel artist just to get some of this stuff looking good and ready, so that I'm ready in time. How have you been today? Overexert. I'm not overexerting myself. I'm very goal oriented. Super goal oriented. It's just how I work. I don't push myself if I'm not ready to make a goal, but with game development, it's kind of a thing where you could end up trapped in a cycle of constantly changing and editing things and never feeling ready for release. It's not like a full release. It would just be a trailer. So I wouldn't even have to have everything functioning as long as I have enough clips that can show what the game's about. But I'd want things to be looking good at that point. So I'd have to have battle animations, the finalized UI and stuff. So it's not like I'd have a demo out. It would just be to show off. And that was my goal I set last year as well, was that I skipped last year's Monster Tamer Direct because I wasn't nearly ready. But then I wanted to make it, I figured I'd be ready in time for this year. But then I lost the October completely to Deadlock. Spent 2 months polishing everything for the pre-alpha, and now I'm scrapping my entire code and reworking things from scratch while adding new things. And rotating the screen and fixing a lot. So I don't know, I think I'm going to be working a lot. Like this break it's been really nice, and I'll be able to jump back in and really focus on code again. So I might start streaming like almost every day. Just to get back into things. Instant Golzy ban. Why? Why? I'm looking at this team and I'm seeing it looks like a really good Lawali Grandpa combo game. If I just banned Tyrannac. So that's what we're going to go with. Had collegiate league matches today. Ooh, fun. 1-2-0. Now I feel like your brain is too much for Temtem PvP. Hey, man, you won 2-0 in your matches, so that's awesome. Congrats. Goalsy PTSD? Yeah, that must be the case. See, I don't know if this is going to be a fast Nesla or a slow Nesla. It's like, I always recommend slow. Slow Nesla. If it's slow Nesla, I don't think a Plague Hypoxia kills. Even with Bully Boost, and I'll have to swap Grandpa. But at the same time, he's got Guldur, which is the slowest Tem in the game, and Oshiara, which is tied for the second fastest Tem on the game in the game, on the same team. As well as Tyrannac, who's another really slow Tem. So it's just like, I have no idea what the speed tiering of this team is whatsoever. I think I'm just going to ban Nidrasil. It's kind of a pain. And if you're too much for Temtem PvP, don't worry. I am here to provide. I might even swap to some League later. I'm not sure. I've kind of still been addicted lately. But I figure getting a few more Temtem matches on my last game stream for a while would be appreciated by most. Pick Auhi, just have an option against Broccolum and also potentially Goldsy. Heard of a game called Inkbound. Combines mobile elements with tactical turn-based combat. Think it'd be a game you enjoy a lot. I've heard of the name. I'm failing to... Oh, I have no idea what this game is. Never mind. First thing I see is mixed recent reviews. I will say, and this is going to sound really strange, but I am actually not like a big tactics fan. I know that's weird because I'm making a tactics game, but it's like I haven't played Fire Emblem before. I haven't played XCOM. I haven't. It's a slow Nesla. I haven't played Into the Breach. I don't know. I haven't played basically any of the big ones. I basically have a bone to pick with each of them. Max special attack Brock. Okay. Building blocks too. Let's hope a swap to Guldur. Nah, it was Valorant, okay. I almost used T-Prison. I was close. So, I mean, it might be worth checking into this game. Let me see what these mixed reviews are about. Oh, is this supposed to be a live service game? Check it out later. I think this is a good turn to swap in Size Munch and maybe even Auhi. Just found out they dropped development for the game 2 days ago. that explains the mixed reviews. Never advertised it as live service. You think you'd just say it's complete. He's there for their alpha testing period. Oh dang, that was a while ago then. Wish I stayed in. It is anaerobic. I guess my size munch is still slow. I thought I put more speed into this. Still outspeeds Oshiara, though, at this point. I'm going to use Heli Kick, and then I'm actually going to use Psy Wave here. Just predicting the Oshi... Or not. I was predicting an Oshiara swap in, but it appears I was wrong. What's the plan here? You're going to try and take out Size Munch? Got like a Resin Trap. Resin Trap Blizzard? What is this guy cooking? Just run Feather Gatling. Nothing wants to take a Phantom Whiplash. But yeah, I guess, so other tactics games are really slow to me. I don't need to see big flashy animations. I don't need to see... I don't need to have teams of 10 units like you're commanding an army. That's not why I enjoy tactics games. It's not even like a huge grid and like an environmental things that make me enjoy them. Okay, I killed the Oshiara with one more. So he does have Feather Gatling, he just didn't use it last time. Doesn't have a fire type, so I can kill... I should be able to get a double kill here. Check out clips of the game's combat though, you can go as fast or slow as you'd like. What you love about the game. Okay, maybe. Yeah, I mean I'm not opposed to playing the game. Definitely something to look into. It's always, it's like people always recommend games to me, like right when I'm about to start getting into coding, and it's just like, do you want me to get addicted to a game and then stop production of my own? Is this what you want? Size Munch has completed his job. Oh yeah, I've got Adrenaline Shot. Size Munch dies. We bring in Grandpa and we Fiery Soul Hypoxia, the Goulder. Yeah, seeing the Voleran set kind of makes me wonder if this was a newer player. I'm not familiar with their name or club or anything. I guess I didn't... It was already seized, so I could have used Phantom Whiplash instead. If it lives on like 20 health, I'll be sad. Yeah, I should have used Whiplash. We'll get a gust kill for fun. GG. It seems like the entire team was like a I hate toxics sort of team. Let me see if I can like watch some clips of this game now. Is this showing the trailer? Okay, so it's not even grid based. Oh man, why is it lagging? Oh wait, I didn't. I didn't read roguelike. Did you tell me it was a roguelike? Okay, so I actually hate roguelikes with a burning passion. Yeah, I hate losing progress constantly. And that's exactly what roguelikes do. I guess I should have known when it was they said made by the same creators as Monster Train. I was expecting Tactics Ogre. That's another one I haven't played. I think if I was to play any tactics game, it would probably be... I think it's Unicorn Overlord. Yeah. This is the one I would probably give a try. I've heard a lot of great things about it. And I've also heard that the way they do tactics is very interesting, so it would be a good learning experience as well. I don't think I'd implement any of it in my game. Not Digimon Survive. So Digimon Survive is based... It doesn't know if it wants to be a visual novel or a tactics game. I've heard that the combat is really lackluster and it's not in-depth. It's basically just kind of there to say, like, hey, we have gameplay, and so that they're not just advertising as a visual novel. They just upped the price too. Yikes. Yeah, I mean, if Digimon Survive was like a really solid tactics game, I'd consider it. But also, I actually have no attachment to Digimon. I've never played a Digimon game before. I almost played Cyber Sleuth. I actually have the game. I could still play at some point. I just never got around to it. Hacker's Memory are by far the better options. Yeah. If I'm gonna play like any story-based game, though, the next one I'm probably like if I'm gonna play through a game, I'm planning to go through Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Hat in Time, and maybe Ukulele. All of my 3D platformer loves. Okay, well, we get a rematch. That's actually kind of fun. And then after that, I'd consider playing Star Ocean, The Last Hope. It's an old game I have on Xbox 360. I know like nothing about it, but the combat was incredibly interesting as far as I remember. Given that's my memory of like 18 years ago, but it worked with Enchanted Arms. That's the game I'm basing my game off of. So I'm kind of wondering if there's something else there of like a hidden gem RPG from the Xbox 360 era. But I don't want to get ahead of myself because I feel like I'd be inspired to make something else if I play that. Enchanted Arms from the Soft Goat, yeah. Back when they made games that were good. I haven't played a Dark Souls game. It's not because I think Dark Souls is bad, it's because I hate the dark theme of it. Alright, so the Lawali band now makes sense. I think I always pick Amphitheater here. Just because, like I said, the speed control options. A Digikoish is basically his get out of jail free card, it seems. Don't play a game if it's too edgy for you, like Dark Souls or GTA. I don't even think Dark Souls is what I would consider edgy. I think edgy is more just like pointless killing, gore, maybe an MC that talks too much and has got like a Chunibyo sort of issue. At least that's what I imagine. can't bring Golzy here. Because Golzy gets outsped by max speed Acronox. But yeah, I also tend to avoid edgy games. Dark Souls, I think, is just like the really dark medieval theme. With like, and then you got like Eldritch Abominations and stuff. It's just not my thing. Crab Souls is where it's at. That's a nice, happy, cute theme. Even though the story itself is pretty dark, but literally a 10 out of 10 game. Why do you ban Grandpa there? Just because it can take hits? So let's see. If I lose Amphitheater, which is highly likely, the biggest issue is probably going to be Mudrid. Could be Grandpa too. I don't actually know max speed Grandpa offhand. That's one of the only ones I don't know. Alright, we're gonna ban Mudrid. We're gonna go Golzy. We're gonna go Platamus. First time we get to use Platamus today. You adored another Crab's Treasure. I know, you were playing it through at the same time I was. It was just, it's just so good. There's not even words I can use to describe how good it was. And I mean, I love hermit crabs on top of it too. Like, it's literally my favorite animal. It's my profile picture on Discord and everything. It's the first monster I created for my own game is a hermit crab. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Alright. Mudrid's okay, it's the last slot here. Mark, most dark game you've played was Amori, but that game was a 9.5 out of 10 for you. Yeah, that game is like super unique though, I feel like that one is just different. Like, you could even consider like Undertale to be dark, and yet at the same time it's really not. Tried Darkest Dungeon. Everyone you ask always loves it or hate it. No, I haven't. That's another one that's just like a super dark theme. Isn't that one also a roguelike? I've heard it. I thought I heard it was. I have Goldsy, so I have synergy for size much when I need it. We're gonna... No way! I thought it was for sure going to be an Auhi swap in the Acronox. I thought for sure. His Acronox is faster than his Koish. I do live. I get the +2 speed, actually. It's not going to help me out too much, but I'll take what I can get. Heli Kick won't quite kill Acronox. Alright, we're gonna bring in Platamus. Kill Koish. It's a roguelike, but not a roguelike enough to be considered one, since you are actively progressing from start to finish. But the thing is, you have to restart because your units just die. I've heard that the best way to play the game is to send in a whole bunch of useless allies to gather gear for you, and then put them on the guys that are actually useful, and then eventually you'll just kind of go on with your one team, and if anyone on your good team dies, then the game's practically over. Alright, I'll take some free chip on Grandpa any day. That was a great Platymus swap. Okay. -2 speed. Amphitheater goes down. But that's fine. I won't have synergy for Hasty Lunge on Golzy. Could be bad. We Aquatic up on Platymus, so now I bring in Golzy. Get the holes off. If he doesn't kill Amphitheater here, I kill him before he moves. Yeah. T-Prison makes sense. That stress for bad players. Have 1,000+ hours in the game. You shouldn't ever die if you play well. Oh, gotcha. Whatever works. I wonder if he's gonna slow down my Mudrid, or if he's just gonna do something else. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, now we Sandstorm. And we Hasty Lunge. He'll probably put one of me to sleep. I don't know which one. He has no kill potential on either right now. What I really need is to bring Seismunch back in, because Seismunch gets a guaranteed 2 kills on whoever as long as I have synergy with, or as long as I have Golzy on the field. I guess that's not the case, because Aohi could use Phantom Whiplash and outspeed, because it's going to be max speed. Hypnosis on who? Mudrid. Makes sense. Yikes, dude. That hurt. Another question is, does he double in on Golzy? Does he go for Mudrid? He does double in on Golzy. Oh, that's so sad. I just guessed wrong. If I swap in Mudrid for Size Munch, I can keep Size Munch alive, which doesn't help me at all. Besides that, Aohi's passive wouldn't proc, and I can kill with an Aquatic Whirlwind. For the Platymus. I'm sure he doubled in on that slot. Wait, did he Soil Steam on Acronox? Or did he Sting? He had to Sting, right? So I had to gamble on... which slot? Or I needed to hold Sandstorm to bring it in, and then... Or I had Sandstorm! No! I had Sandstorm. I needed to bring... Mudrid did last turn. That would have been free. It would have been so free. And now he's got... Ice cubes and... Now it's just Fiery Soul and... Cyber Claw. Yeah, I threw last turn. If I still had... Oh wow, that's not what I was expecting. So if I use... Yeah, I wasn't I think that team's just bad for me. He plays it well too. Not being able to kill that stupid Koish in time. Like, it's so bulky. The thing doesn't even... I don't even know what it's got for TVs, but it's fast, it's tanky, and it deals damage. It's... Even though it's supposed to take 10% extra damage, the fact that it doesn't have any weaknesses just makes it so hard to punish. And it's got technically double prio with Ice Cube synergy and other synergy too. Or just Cyber Claw. Let's see, what could I have done? I mean, as soon as the the stupid Gazuma just doesn't die either. I think that thing is more of a bulky Tem, like a support. Probably has lower special attack, and it's just there to give speed control. But having a speed control Tem on a max speed team is just so infuriating. I was able to avoid the quicksand being too devastating, but it did end up working for him that he was able to kill my Amphitheater. I had too many Tems on low health because I was playing to outspeed him with Prio, and then the Auhi getting the turbo just ruined everything. And then Auhi just being the Tem that it is, getting evasion every time a Tem dies. I guess so. Even if I brought in Auhi the Mudrid and Sandstorm like I was thinking, something would have died and it would have gotten evasion and it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah. But the fact it was able to Hypno my Mudrid turn 1 on the field was really what screwed me over. That and the turbo. Like my Oshi plus Soil Steam, both like insane damage moves onto the Gazuma, didn't even get it into the red. That's why we put Drill on Mudrid. No, Drill wouldn't have even... I still don't think I would have won in that situation. Maybe if I had Drill and if I brought it in correctly. Maybe. And one-shot your Aoi was crazy. Yeah, I mean... I don't know. A team like that's just frustrating. He's actually got a glaring electric weakness. Like, it's super bad. Because let's see. Let me look at his team again. I think he's got 4 weaknesses. And he actually let both of my electrics through that time. It makes sense why he banned them last time. Alright, so Oshiara, Grandpa, Auhi are all 3 weak to it, and the Gazuma can't touch them. So he's only got 2 things that can even touch electrics at all, and that's Mudrid and Acronox, and both of which happen to be types that my Amphitheater is weak against. And they both happen to just sneak out my Golzi and speed. I hate fast Acronox so much. But honestly, I hate that you can invest so much speed in Tems. Like, you can literally go max speed and still survive 2 hits. I feel like you shouldn't be able to survive 2 hits from a Tem using a neutral move, like a 1x move, when you have 0 bulk invest. But they've naturally increased bulk so much and taken so much power away from turn 1 that it doesn't really matter anymore. You need type advantage to kill. Like, how much special attack does my Amphitheater have? It doesn't have that much, but I was only doing like a third to... I've got 399 special attack in my Amphitheater, which is actually quite a bit. And even like the heli kick from my Size Munch, it's only got 300 attack, but it was 2x damage. And it didn't even do half to the Acronox turn 1. It didn't, like, literally not even half. I think it did like 44% because I had 5% marbles chip and it took it down to 51, if I remember. Which is crazy. So maybe the thing's got some bulk and it's just, but it's still one-shot my everything. So I don't know. It's just kind of stupid that you can have the best of bulk damage and typing all on the same Tems. Oh, ads are over. We'll play like 2 more games, I think, then call it. I almost feel like I need to run more electrics. Like, I haven't seen a single Chimerian today. I don't know. Every time I bring electrics, then I face Volfies. Maybe this is why people say, or saying you need to run like super fast with super slow teams. Alright, good luck, have fun, Wind. Hey, you queued up. It's not my problem. This is a pretty tough matchup for him. I think he has to ban Mudrid. He does have blue side pick though. I don't have handcuffs on either of my Plaguers, so I can't push off the common factor. I also don't have Diffuser Golzy. Okay, I got the Grandpa ban. Makes enough sense. I'm gonna ban Obi here. Because a max speed Obi reaches 292 and it outspeeds everything other than Amphitheater and Mudrid. I'm probably gonna lead Mudrid turn 1. If he brings 2-wire, I might lead both Mudrid and Size Munch. Yeah, I lied. We're bringing Size Munch in first. Size Munch is great against poison and stuff because you can't be poisoned. But then I also need to threaten out Psypat, so we'll bring Lawali. This board doesn't get too badly punished by Inky, which is important. Okay, see the Grandpa. I imagine it's going to be a Mudrid ban. No. So I think we're going to have more emphasis on Amphitheater carrying, so I'm going to ban the rat. I have these 3 that can deal with Psypat. I just didn't want Psypat to be brought on the lead. Oh, interesting. Maybe he's debating on not bringing Inky at all. If he doesn't bring Inky, I'll bring Auhi. Maybe I'll bring Auhi anyways. Auhi's just kind of better here. It doesn't like taking an Ice Shuriken from Psypat, but it can take one. Let's see, Grandpa's not too bad of an issue. I have type advantage against Volphy. He's got nothing that wants to eat, an uppercut, and a plague, so that's what we're gonna do. Even if I take a plague and a Hypoxion Size Munch, I can eat those. And I'm not too afraid. 2 wire, okay. Maybe a Lawali Punish here. I do have... Whoo! Big damage. Yeah, there's the Lawali Punish. Oh my goodness. Bird Season Pain. I like giving my bait proc before. I don't have Goldsy for Synergy Wreck. I'm actually going to bring in Aohi here, and then I'm going to Plague the 2-wire. I'm sure 2-wire is actually just going to Cyberclaw the Lawali and kill it. But then I get... Aohi gets evasion, and it doesn't matter what Grandpa does at that point, so... Really? No way. I was not predicting the faster Grandpa. Alright, well that was an awful turn for me. Completely misplayed. I'm plaguing the Grandpa because it should run out of stamina here. And it also covers for swaps better. My Aohi's faster than a max speed 2-wire, so I'm not afraid of that. I really wasn't expecting the faster Grandpa though. Once the winds are gone, Platamus has a better time. I don't know what trait the Acronox is. Typically on a Venom Spread team, I prefer Book Lungs just because Cobweb applies a second status that actually has a higher chance of pushing off the poison. But we'll see. Book Lungs would make it so that Platamus loses the matchup. Otherwise, I think I win. Volphy chip is nice, but I think I'm dead here. I was hoping the Grandpa would be the one that swaps, not the 2-wire. I get some valuable chip on the Volphy, which is nice. Yeah, there's the OX. Big OX. Alright, we got a 3v5 now. 2 wires in range to die to Amphitheater. I'm actually going to heat up on Size Munch here. We're going to Resin Trap whatever comes into the Grandpa slot. Kind of hoping it's going to be Acronox, but we'll see. So 1 uppercut won't kill Volphy at this health. There's no way. Not if it took only 32% from a plague. I guess maybe. Maybe it's possible. I'm not risking it though. Still want to set up to maybe do something. The more he swaps around, the more stamina issues he's going to have due to marbles. Platamus is around in the back. So anytime I need to swap and gain a little bit of stand back, I can. Do have to remember I don't have... Alright, nice. We get the trap on the Acronox. Plague on the Size Munch, just perfect. We get the heat up. We uppercut the Wolfie, take it out. Actually, do I though? I think I actually just uppercut the Acronox here and then rest on Amphitheater. Acronox is a guaranteed kill here. Is he going for the Dust Vortex to try and kill? He is. Wolfie's now in range to die to a Plague. I have Resin Trap back up on Amphitheater, so Psypat's not safe. Nice. Size Munch isn't doing a whole lot, but we're gonna swap in Platamus anyways. Just because I want to get holds off. I'm now pretty much going to ignore Wolfie for the rest of the game because it's running out of stamina. And it's just not as much of an offensive threat. Against Platamus and Amphitheater, it just can't hit for 2x. And this turn it doesn't have Dust Vortex, so... Sandstorm. No synergy could be important. Means no Rotten Goo. I do have Aquatic Whirlwind, so I'm not like super scared of Grandpa or anything. I think his play here is to bait in with Psypat and then swap to Grandpa. I think that's about it. Or baiting with Grandpa. Yeah, baiting Grandpa, swap to Psypat. I think that's his best play here. I'm actually going to use this turn to sack Size Munch, though. And I'm actually going to rest again on Amphitheater, because Amphitheater's not in any danger. I guess if he Dust Vortexes Amphitheater... Oh, he swapped out Wolfie. That would not have been my guess. I don't want to Rotten Goo the Psypack, because that'll actually help him. Because then he would have his Toxic moves back, not having Schween's Horn. He's only got one Nicho. So turn 1, I double in the Grandpa to ensure that Platamus survives. I think he has to try and sack Wolfie here. No, he had to sack Wolfie in the Grandpa slot. It was a 50-50 on which slot I would attack. I need to take out Grandpa first, and then next turn I take out Psypat, and then whoever's left can deal with Wolfie. Because Wolfie doesn't have enough stamina to really finish out the game. Especially not after the Marbles proc. I don't think it can even Plague here. +3 Plague might even take out Psypat. I don't want to risk it though. No reason not to just be cautious here and double in. Because even a +3 Amphitheater is still weak. Yeah, it does take it out though. +3 with 400 special attack invest is nothing to scoff at. Whew, yeah, that was tough. GG's. I was really worried after the first 2 turns. But I knew that Amphitheater was my win con. I do think... Oh, I guess we'll wait for him to tune back in. I feel like I just can't break into Legend. Not that I'm really trying to, but it's just like, I just can't do it. GG's. Amphitheater yuck. Should have went Inky and played for its win con. If you picked Inky, I would have brought Madrid instead, I think. But yeah, the Amphitheater, it was definitely my win con the whole time, so even though I had to sack 2 Tems to create some space, I think it did work out in the end. I wasn't trying to sack the Aohi. I actually thought your Cybercloud was going towards the Wally. I didn't know you had that much speed on the Grandpa. That definitely threw me off. And I didn't remember if you went Bird Season or Bully either, so Wally got real punished for that. That was a fun one though. I felt like it could have gone either way for sure. Probably got time for one more, then I'll head off. Get some good rest and be ready to hop into some code tomorrow. Alright. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Tyrone Popcorn. I have no idea who this is. Triple win, double electric. 3 4x weaknesses. I immediately see tons of value for Madrid. I think I want to ban... I think banning Lawali and then potentially going for a Madrid Lawali lead is what I want to do. I think he needs to ban one of them. Curious about the Obi ban though, is it because of Bush T prison annoyance? It was because it was faster than me, and it was faster than everything other than Amphitheater, and it's really hard to kill. The thing lives like 3 hits. I only had 1 crystal, and it was Madrid. 1 earth, and I don't know. It's like I could have tried to beat the thing down. It would have done a lot to Platamus even before I got to kill it, because Platamus can't immediately threaten with water moves anymore. Basically, I just didn't want it there for the speed control. I probably should have picked a Lawali first. Tried to bait him into his fires or something. I think Gary or Golzy's his play. Because then Golzy can one-shot my Mudrid. So then it becomes a game of chicken. Never mind. I don't see the play here. I think Golzy Garia was his only way to counter this. I guess for some reason it could be like a 500 HP Golzy, and it's calc to live, and max special attack Iron Coating Soil Steam from a Mudrid. But that would just be absolutely insane. A whole new level of insanity. I'm gonna ban the Scaravolт here, just in case it's something stupid like that. It does cover me. And allow me to still have some potential to win the game. Oh, hey, Commander, good to see you. Popping in right at the last game, but we'll see if we can get a win. It's been a pretty back and forth day. Some bad decisions, thrown games. Overall, pretty good, though. I'll bring this guy just for 2 Vine and put the potential move flank. We have Amphitheater that could deal with Gario. Amphitheater probably can't kill with 1 Plague. It's probably gotta be a Resin Trap or B+1. I think we show off just because we can't one-shot the Volarend here. But if he swaps in Gario to eat this hit, then I'm +1 and can one-shot it with an Oshidashi next turn. I'm faster than the Volarend. Probably anaerobic. Yeah. He has nothing that can eat this except his own Golzy. He could swap it back in, I suppose. He does not. See ya, Gario. I get Ignis, take 0 damage. Oh, Toxic Plume, okay. No synergy, so it's not really that scary. It's still really good damage for like a singular move, though. Pretty much just 25% to 2 Tems before he gets any anaerobic stacks to lower the special attack. There's no synergy for Hasty Lunge. Drakash is kind of interesting. Should I Hypno it just for fun? Let's do it. Why not? Drakash, one of his traits is Sentinel, which doesn't get put to sleep. So it's just kind of, it's troll to do that normally. A lot of them do kind of run its other trait nowadays, and I did get lucky, but it did not use a 1 prio move, it used other one instead. Is this on the Golzy? I live that. Easy. You should replace Acronox with Toxic Chromia. I've been liking its earth typing a lot, but losing Cinder Typer does hurt. It's tough. You could experiment with it. Like, being able to threaten crystals with Acronox is very nice. Did I just speed arrow the Strakash and not want it? No, I think I speed arrowed the Golzy. Is this gonna be a Sandstorm? Ew. Ew, who runs Sandstorm under Cash? Why is your Drakash slow anyways? Yeah, I mean, I just experiment with it. I like Toxic Chromion on the team somewhere, but it's also like you're almost not leaning fully into the Venom spread. You have half your team dedicated to it, and the rest of it's just more general aggro. Surprisingly, the Tem that felt the most out of place was actually your Volphy. The Volphy didn't do a whole lot. Even through the burn, that just destroys the poor Drakash. I know Volphy's just there to kind of eat hits and be another Earth type, but I think if you're debating between like Acronox and Toxic Chromion, I'd rather just keep it Acronox and then instead swap out Volphy. And that way you have more options as well, just in case Acronox like gets banned or something. Yeah, that's Voloran, the Spadef tank. Boop. It almost lived. Wow, it really was a bulky Golzy. That's crazy. Kind of have Volphy as an annoyance with Plague. Yeah, but I bet you it is the slowest and also the lowest damage dealing Tem on your team. It's great for type chart, but nothing other than that. GG. Nice send off on a win. 70% win rate ain't bad. Could have been better too. I still feel like this team has some room for optimization. I don't know exactly what I would change. I used every member of the team today, which is something that doesn't always happen. I could probably swap out Grandpa, but it's nice to have a win without having a worse type chart. I feel like Barnshee would be really nice to have just to counter some extra things if it didn't make my Digi weakness worse. Oh, was that you there? Yeah, I saw you just followed earlier. GG's. Glad my videos have been helping you out. Yeah, so I actually... So Mudrid is very strong against your team. And I was saying at the start of the game, because I banned Lawali, what I think you needed to do was pick Golzy and Gario. So then the options were you either trade Golzy for Mudrid, and then you take out my most important member by killing Mudrid, or we just kind of play chicken and one of us or both of us swaps and we kind of play the game around Gario versus Mudrid, basically. But I did get the to one-shot you with Golzy anyways. but I wouldn't have been able to threaten you like that on turn 1 because of autonomy. So I think that would have been like the biggest thing you could have done differently if you're looking for advice at all. It was a good game though. It was fun. Working out picks and bans and all that. Yeah, it's probably the hardest part of Temtem. There's so much knowledge, and because there's a timer on pick and ban too, you don't have time to go through like every single option. It's usually good beforehand to kind of figure out like, okay, which types am I weak against? And as you play the team, you'll also learn which specific Tems are also big issues for you. I have not learned that on this team yet. I swap teams too often. Which I do hate to say that the Temtem content is going to be slowing down. I'm actually developing my own game, and I was just taking the month off to relax after releasing my pre-alpha, so I'll be going back to that real soon here. And also, unfortunately, you came at the end of the stream. I am just about to raid out elsewhere. Swap Tems around a lot. Yeah, I mean, it's fun to do that. Team building is a blast in Temtem. I love it so much. Alright, so today we're actually going to raid one of my IRL friends. He's like the only other person I know who streams. He doesn't stream very often, and so we're just going to raid him just for fun because I've never raided him before in like my year and a half of streaming. So y'all don't have to stay. He's playing like Final Fantasy or something. I just think it's gonna be funny to drop in on him. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the content. This won't be the last Temtem stream. I don't know when it'll be. I'm hoping to do maybe 1 or 2 Temtem streams a month, but it depends on how motivated I am, or how much progress I make in coding, and what my deadlines are that I create, and what my goals and everything are. So we'll see. No guarantees, but we'll be back sometime. And I'll be back tomorrow with a coding stream, and Sunday probably as well. So mini tournament against your friends. That's awesome. It's fun. Yeah. You guys have a good one as well. See ya.